Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, and welcome to this daily analysis. On Solana, we'll do a full or daily analysis. Excuse me, I'm lying. I'm not covering Solana daily again anymore. Covering it every other day, all right? So if you're interested in that, consider checking that out and consider subscribing. But for now, let's focus on Solana. We'll do a full update here. Talk about what you need to know. I'll try to be optimistic, but at this point of time, just to cut to the chase. Solana technically is bearish, all right, and there's not much to be very excited about. Fundamentally, which I always like to look at quite a bit in these videos as well, fundamentally the situation is still the same and maybe even a little bit more bearish. Daily transactions, daily active addresses, excuse me, and DEX trading volumes are nice, but they're relative to July, they're not that high, and just in general, it's also not steadily increasing, right? And the total value looked at has been down for the last couple of days, but that also has to do with the price, of course. So fundamentally, there's not much to be happy about. There's also not much to be sad about, but it's mostly about the technicals. I mean, Bitcoin has just been ridiculously bearish, especially in the US sessions, and Solana can survive that sometimes, but only if Solana is strong against Bitcoin, and that is, well, this morning that has been the case. But overall, in the last couple of days, that has not been the case. So the best case scenario here for Solana, to start off with that, but because it's always nicer to start off with the positive scenarios. The best case scenario for me, for Solana, while I get my volume data back, thank you, is that this is actually some sort of a double bottom, and that we'll be able to get some sort of a reclaim above our most important resistance level right now, between 142 and 144. Now, is that a possibility? Of course, all right? Everything in crypto is a possibility. And you do see some momentum come in for Solana. We had some short liquidations as well here. I think that there's still some liquidity up here as well. So there's definitely fuel for that. And I mean, honestly, Bitcoin recovered quite well overnight, all right? And Bitcoin matters because Solana is still very correlated to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin recovered relatively well overnight. If we don't have that ridiculously strong selling pressure over the course of the US session today, then I expect Bitcoin to actually reclaim 61,200 and potentially go all the way into 63,000. Well, I'll bet you that Solana is going to be able to break above 142 and 144 then, especially after a morning of relative strength of Solana against Bitcoin and the liquidity up here. But therefore, it is still very dependent on Bitcoin. And sure, this can be a double bottom, right? It's also, you can also see this as a higher low. So there's definitely ways to spin this as bullish. But what I said last video is still true as well. Right, so there's definitely a possibility that we'll be able to break above 142 and 144 here. But the main thing to watch for that is if we actually have that selling pressure again in the US session. All right, that's going to be most crucial about this. Then it's a possibility. Then we can actually break out. But what I said last point of time when I did a video on Solana. All right, I'm not sure how much of the audio just cut out, so I'm going to keep this summary short, but my microphone cut out. No, technically, Solana, as long as we're below 142 and 144, technically we're bearish. There's not enough momentum to support some sort of an idea that Solana is going to be stronger than Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been ridiculously weak in the US session. If the US session for Bitcoin is strong today and there's no selling, then Solana can turn bullish and we can get that bullish breakout. But the US session has been bearish. Solana technically is bearish as well. So it's most likely we will continue to be bearish here. And those are my thoughts. That's all I think you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.